Hey nerds, it's been a minute. So I'm here to go through, I think around 5 topics in one video. And I'm going to see if I can do it in a length of time that doesn't make people bored. Let's go. Onto the topic of nerd idols, and just like Holly, one of my entry points into YouTubing was the Vlogbrothers. So I actually caught swine flu in the epidemic when that was a thing, and during the time when I was recovering, nested in my bed, unable to physically move an inch, I watched the entire back catalogue of Brotherhood 2.0. And that was really what kickstarted my kind of drive to want to make YouTube videos. Another really popular YouTuber at the time who's kind of not really making content anymore, but I still follow the life of on other social media platforms, is Nat, community channel. And I think that it's evident in the first videos on my channel, which are still there and still not archived yet, that they were major influences on me and my vlogging style. I have them to thank for kind of getting me into this, and Nick obviously for creating Tube Trials, which really kind of propelled me into this group. Outside of YouTube, my nerdy idol is definitely Neil Patrick Harris. He's just kind of dad goals for me. He and his husband dress their kids up in amazing Halloween costumes as a family every single year. They have a really great kind of life, according to social media at least. We all know that we paint a particular lens, but he's active in the community. When I eventually become a parent, I want to have anywhere near the level of cosplay greatness for my Halloweens as he and his husband and their kids do. I can't forget to talk about Matt Mercer. Dungeons and Dragons obviously being a massive hobby of mine, and his dungeon mastering on Critical Role has introduced thousands upon thousands of additional people to the hobby and really popularized it. So I can't really miss him when talking about this kind of stuff. Although, and I could probably make a whole video about this, the Matt Mercer effect on the hobby can be considered a double-edged sword, I'd say. I think that there are definitely people who get into the hobby after seeing the way that Matt Mercer does things and can be disappointed with other dungeon masters that don't have his particular flair. What do you think? What's your opinion on things that you like of nerd subculture, something, a fandom that you enjoy, becoming a little bit more mainstream because of someone big and amazing really popularizing it? Let me know in the comments below if it's an easy enough answer. If not, maybe we should do this as a topic. Maybe we've already done this as a topic. I think we've done the general topic of nerd culture becoming more popular, but more specific noodly bits. This fortnight's theme is rewatching old shows from our childhood and seeing if they stand the test of time, seeing if we are even still into them. So here it goes. The show that I've chosen is Mask, and it's a 1980s cartoon show that is, it's kind of like the combination of Power Rangers, Transformers, and I don't know, Team America if it were conceptualized back in the 80s. I'm just watching the opening now, which is why I've got a huge smile on my face. The nostalgia is real. So I've chosen to watch episode 6 of season 1, and within the first minute and a half, there's already something quite problematic. There's an indigenous people who are not being portrayed in the best light, shall we say. Oh, and here we have the stereotypical British scientist living with the native folk. These puns are terrible. Plus point for diversity, they've got a Japanese man, champion race driver woman being selected for the mission team this episode, so it's not all bad. I forgot how cute T-Bob was. T-Bob's the little robot assistant character that also becomes a moped for the kid to ride. They're transforming! Yes! And of course, right at the end, we have the preachy moralistic message, completely unrelated to the episode. Crosswalks are for people's safety. You should use them and not jaywalk. So I rewatched an old episode of Mask and really actually enjoyed it, despite some of the slightly less well thought out elements. That leads me on to one of the previous topics that I'd like to cover in this video, social issues and how they could be tackled better in media, how problematic Friends is when you watch it back, and how many homophobic jokes they make, and they're mocking people for being obese, and they're also making transphobic jokes and all kinds of things that today would not be considered acceptable. Should we be able to separate show that was made in a time when those things were considered to be funny and humorous, and watching things back now with the eyes of 2019, is it really fair? I think in a way there are certain things that are just not okay and are never going to be okay and never really were okay, and the fact that we're able to call them out now doesn't mean that the things that were considered okay before remain okay. You know what? I'm going to need a longer video to articulate this, so I'm just going to park that there. Speaking of social issues and media and how things have evolved, if you look at Marvel films from back in the early 2000s, we've definitely come quite a long way in terms of representation. Moving on to the point of Avengers Endgame, I really enjoyed that one section, however short it was, when all of the women in the MCU just came together and really showed how much ass they can kick. That was really empowering, and my theatre viewing of Endgame all erupted into huge cheers when that happened. I was one of them. There are steps being taken in the MCU to really address some of the imbalances that have been quite evident to anyone watching. I'm looking forward to more movies in the future MCU actually tackling that imbalance in a more direct way. So that brings me on to my plans for the summer, and some of them have already gone. I had intended to go to the Download Music Festival. Unfortunately, the person who bought the tickets ended up selling those tickets for personal reasons and weather reasons. My gosh, the mud was terrifying. But I will be going to 2 other festivals this summer. So there's a festival that actually happens in a park just moments from my home. So I'll be going to a day of that where the lineup is pretty cool. I also am part of the organizational team for a Japanese culture festival that happens in the UK, and that is happening at the beginning of August. Probably the biggest plan that I have for this summer though is to be attending Dragon Con. So as you'll know, I won the tickets in Nerdy Jeopardy, and I am booking flights this month to head out to Atlanta for Labor Day weekend to attend Dragon Con and meet Kyle finally in person, see Kat again in person, Holly, David, if either of you have the time and money to head to Dragon Con, come see me, yo. Finally, I have also kind of taken up playing Warhammer again, which is a tabletop war game that I used to play when I was younger. One of my friends sneakily got me back into it by telling me all the cool stuff that's changed, and so I will be spending quite a lot of my summer painting. So that takes me into the final topic that I missed, and that's tabletop gaming. We ran part 1 of the Wild Sheep Chase adventure. Part 2 will be coming at some point in the summer. Still working on dates, trying to work out 5 different people across 3-4 different time zones. It's not easy. Other than D&D and Warhammer, I've always been really into board games. So things like Cluedo in the UK, Clue in the US, and Scrabble really kind of tax the old brain. Guess Who? Again, Nat of Community Channel fame has an alternate rule set which she made a video about, and my friendship group and I have been using that rule set, which is quite hilarious. You talk about personality traits and things in the lives of the people that you're looking at rather than physical features. It makes it a lot more interesting. And my nerdy pleasure has been finally getting my hands on a copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 and now being 3 worlds in and really enjoying it. So I'm going to probably go back to playing that. So yeah, Carl, I'll see you on Tuesday. Missed you guys. Peace out.